And live from Beloit, this is your Weekend Update.
Oh, hello. Good morning, good evening, and good night, everyone. Welcome to Beloit College's Weekend Update. I'm Kean McEwen.
And I'm Anthony Sharp.
And now, let's get to the news, why don't we? Beloit College's CareerWorks hosted a trivia event today. Some of the questions included, how many dollars of student debt will you all still have a decade from now? And true or false questions like, is your degree even worth anything? I don't think it is, honestly.
I haven't got mine yet. Saturday is a spring visit for prospect students of Beloit. To prepare for the festivities, college reportedly asked the city of Beloit can they dump about 5,600 gallons of Listerine in the Rock River to mask the stench. Tours of the English or Humanities department have also been left off the schedule. Well, the prospect students will just have to ignore them because they'll be gone in a few years anyway.
Sadly. A 31-year-old Beloit man is facing 9 felony drug charges for allegedly dealing drugs and maintaining a drug house near Hackett Elementary School. With the way kids are acting in school these days, I mean, the teachers need all the crack that they can get. Seriously, it's a public service at this point.
I didn't know the teachers were fiends like that. Heavy wind storms have caused property damage all across southern Wisconsin this week. However, property damage caused was actually less than the weekly damages generated by Wisconsin drunk drivers.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Hey, that stuff kills you,
This week, a cold plunge in Whitewater raised over $20,000 for charity. The participants described it as, quote, cold but worth it. Cold but worth it is also what Beloit College students remarked after completing the college's traditional bell run in winter, referring to the state of their testicles.
Hey, I don't understand people can do bell runs.
It's cold.
I can't do them. Tammy Baldwin has begun her, quote, hands-off Medicaid across Wisconsin this week. And in related stories, Melania Trump has been on her hands-off tour in her marriage with Donald Trump for about the last decade.
I hear it's not going so well for him.
It's not.
A man from the Wisconsin Dells area who voted for President Trump in the November election has reportedly now had his wife apprehended by ICE. I guess somebody forgot to sign a prenup and can't afford a very good lawyer. I mean, this guy didn't vote for Trump for all the deranged reasons people normally do. He just did it because he was sick of his wife.
I know why he did it. He did it for the love of the game.
Exactly.
Donald Trump Jr. and conservative broadcast host Charlie Kirk has begun campaigning for Brian Schimmels in this week's Wisconsin's Supreme Court race. I'm not sure what the Wisconsin RNCS, cocaine's, and Zen budget is right now, but it just got a lot bigger.
Oh, man, when those guys come to town. Last week, St. Norbert College announced plans to lay off about 30 faculty members and eliminate more than a dozen majors and minors in the wake of financial struggles. I mean, wow, Wisconsin liberal arts colleges are really dropping like flies at this point. I wonder who could be next. It's not like Beloit has cut any majors lately or is facing any declining enrollment at all. No.
Let me graduate first. Tesla vehicles were set on fire via Molotov cocktail at a dealership in Las Vegas this week. Well, if they didn't catch on fire at the lot, they're probably going to catch on fire about a block later if you got off of it.
Man, I'm probably not buying one of those things.
I can't afford a Tesla.
The Federal Reserve has seen tariffs cause inflation to rise this year, keeping the key rate unchanged. And if you know what all that means, you're part of the problem.
I'm too stupid to understand what that means.
Hey, man, me too. I don't know.
A one-time art advisor to Hollywood actor Leonardo DiCaprio has been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for fraud. I bet Leo is the one who turned him in. You said these women in these paintings was 24? She looks like she's 26. You're going away for a long time for this one, buddy.
Oh, man, just unforgivable stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Republican Representative Mike Flood of Nebraska is the latest GOP lawmaker to face angry crowds at town halls in his district because of the Trump administration's policies. To be fair, Mike Flood is a pretty appropriate name for Nebraska, but doesn't exactly inspire people to stay calm or anything. I mean, who are this guy's buddies? Willie Cyclone and Warren Famine? Jeez.
Hey, that's a good one. A jury has found environmental nonprofit Greenpeace liable for hundreds of millions of dollars in damage for the roles in protesting the Dakota Access Pipelines with the Standing Rocks Sioux tribe. Right? Because who could inflict worse damage on a big oil than a few protesters? I assume that the Texas Pipeline Company that sued Greenpeace asked for so much because they don't know what the word nonprofit means. I think it means no money, though. I don't think they get profit.
Maybe. March Madness began this week with 68 teams vying for the national title, or as chronic gambling addicts like to call it, March Misery, or March, my wife is taking the kids to her sister's.
Hey, I like to call it March Make Money. I make money. The president of Ukraine has agreed to a momentary ceasefire with Russia, given the ongoing negotiations between the Trump White House to end the war. Trump has reportedly said that the U.S. will side with Ukraine if they allow to build the Trump Kremlin casino in the capital city of Kyiv.
Oh man, let's go gamble, baby.
Let's go gambling.
This week, 63,000 unreleased pages of the JFK files were released. Unfortunately, they don't validate any conspiracy theories that have been swirling around for years. I guess the real third gunman was the friends we made along the way.
I guess the friend was imaginary.
Maybe.
They find nothing.
Maybe not.
Shenyang, a classical Chinese dance company, has begun selling tickets. Its new show. During an interview, one rated fan, and I quote, said, "The only antidepressant you need." That's right. Go to one Shenyang show, you can flush all those nasty, dirty pills right down the toilet.
Man, I know I'm going to.
Man, me too.
Today, Trump will sign an executive order to eliminate the Department of Education. That's right, folks, the Department of Education. What's next? The Beloit TV station? We'll be out of work, man. We can't do
Unemployed,
this.
come on. People are still upset at Rachel Ziegler, that she's playing the Snow White in a new remake, despite her incredible singing and acting. I never seen anyone care about Snow White this much in 2025 before her casting was announced. Just say you're a fake fan and move on, you hater.
Come on, man. Stop being a
hating.
hater.
Come on, it's 2025.
In a King George III move, a French scientist was denied entry into this country because he spoke out against Trump. The writer on our show, who writes most of the Trump jokes, has one thing to say. He's me, and you'll never catch me alive.
Keep them rolling.
Don't
Keep
even
'em rolling.
don't
Keep them
even
jokes
think
rolling.
about it.
Ringo Starr has recently stated in an interview that he's fed up with people asking him when he retire. Although it doesn't come easy, he does seem to have a lot of time on his hands.
Speaking of time on your hands, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for something to do this week in Madison, here's Jonas.
What's up, guys? I'm here in Madison, and the band Hunstaff will be performing this Friday live at the Majestic Theater in Madison. It's supposed to be a majestic night at the Majestic Theater with cold beer and good music. Just remember to budget, because those Madison prices, they'll get you. Thanks a lot, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Jonas. Inflation in the UK continues to rise rapidly, with protesters rallying around Westminster Abbey demanding for reforms. Even King Charles said that the prices on tea and crumpets are blasphemous. Due to their cultural relevance, prices on tea and crumpets should stay the same.
I feel bad for them.
Me too.
I feel bad. Of course, we can't forget about Florida. Last weekend, a drunken teen wound up biting a man's ear off during a fight on Friday. The teen was reportedly trying to be like Mike Tyson. I guess the crazy Florida stories in the community are starting to get to the tourists.
I mean, it's bound to happen sometime. Seriously.
It's bound to happen.
Speaking of Florida, this time, a Florida local got into some trouble for threatening Donald Trump. The man reportedly said in a video on social media that he would fight Donnie to the death naked. As cool as a presidential boxing match would be, naked, I guess, I don't think any of us really want to see that. Even back when Andrew Jackson would challenge everyone to a duel right on the White House lawn, he would always wear a suit. And I'm not talking about his birthday suit.
I could name a couple who would love to see something like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Spring softball tournament has begun. Whoops. I'm sorry, folks. Forgot no one cares about softball. Wait, unless it's the Beloit team. Hey,
Go Bucks.
go Bucks.
The CEO of the popular ice cream company Ben & Jerry's was fired this week. I hope he was fired for the price of those ice creams. Because let me tell you, every time I wanted to get a pint of Chunky Monkey, the price was so high. I'd always have to donate plasma before I could even afford one of those things. So thanks a lot, Ben or Jerry or whoever you are. Now I have 3 collapsed veins thanks to you, okay?
And finally, we want to wish one of our most crucial people in our production, JC, a speedy recovery.
Hey man, Speedy, what are you talking about Speedy, man? That's so insensitive. Man, you know he can't run anymore, right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's on me, y'all.
Oh, come
that's
on.
on me. You're right. Well, in that case, JC, hope you get better. We'll see you soon.
And that's it for this week's edition of Beloit Weekend Update. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. I'm Kian.
And I'm Anthony Sharp.
Goodbye.
Ain't gonna lie, that might be our best one. That might be our best one. Low key.
Well, it's going to have to be.
It has to be.
Yeah, I did.
Bro, it's just